Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another installment of Casual Anime Discussion. We are the Casual Anime Guys. I'm your host, Trent, joined with, as always, with Brandon and Noah. And today we're going to be talking about ghost stories. But before we do, Happy Easter, everybody. Well, I guess
Happy
it's coming
Easter.
out. It's a
If you
couple days
celebrate
after.
it.
But yeah, you better celebrate or you're going to hell. No, I'm just kidding.
Ain't that the truth, buddy?
Yeah, I was talking to Noah a little bit before, but like I was just like I've dealt with so many people this weekend that I just want to rest because like I went to the movies on Friday, had to deal with a bunch of people. Saturday was my mom's 60th birthday, so a bunch of people came over, and then today was Easter dinner. It's just like,
Dude, I
need a people
honestly,
break.
That's what I was just talking to my wife about. I'm like, man, I have been dealing with family and there's so many people like I don't want to hang out with. I am so done. Like I am overflowing of anger.
Doneness.
Yeah, a lot of people, but I did go see the Super Mario Brothers movie, and I thought
Nice.
it was good. It wasn't great. I thought it was better than the Sonic movies.
A lot of big name people in that.
Yeah, a lot of good people in it.
Jack Black.
Chris Pratt voice didn't bother me as much as I thought it would. I liked Charlie Day as Luigi. Bowser was great. He was probably the best part of the movie. He was really good. And it's really short too. Like
Well, that's good.
It's only an hour and a half long, I'm pretty sure, because like the movie started at 7 and we were done by 8:30. I was just
Remember
like, wow,
when that used
was...
to be the usual? I know we talked about it last podcast, but
yeah,
still.
it used to be like, oh, movies used to be like an hour and a half. Now they have to be like 2.5, 3 hours long. It's like, can we like not, And I think like the big thing, there's a huge thing with this movie where like critics hated the, critics hated it, but critics hated it, but people loved it. It's a very simple movie. The plot's not anything to think about. It is a lot of like fan service and references and like, like, oh, I know that song and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But you can definitely tell it's a kid's movie. Like it's to keep kids' attentions for an hour and a half. That's why it's not like 2 hours long or anything like that. So yeah, I thought it was solid.
So your mother turned 60. My father turned 50. And we went to the Phillies game. We went to a Phillies game. Yeah, so that
Phillies.
was fun. They won. The whole game.
That's rare.
Sucked.
That's rare. Am I right?
It sucked.
Am I right? People who kind of watch hockey.
He said, "Am I right?" Did you say hockey?
That's baseball.
No, Phillies. I thought you said Flyers.
I was like, what is he pointing at?
I pointed at my Flyers jersey.
I know. I was looking at him like, that's not a Phillies jersey.
Why? I'm stupid.
Listen, man.
What's up with all the Philly teams starting with
win?
Fuck.
Eagles. Oh my god.
Yeah, what happened to the Eagles?
Well, I mean, they at least made it there.
But what
Yeah,
happened?
no, the Phillies, man, they were doing good plays and stuff. I don't watch sports often, but my dad was all into it, and he was like, oh, but 8th inning, we're like, all right, let's dip. We're like, traffic's gonna be atrocious. They were down 1. Yeah. Dude, we left, bases loaded, and they came and they won. I'm like, that is a load of bullshit. But anyways, yeah, they won. We still enjoyed it. We had fun. The tickets were free. He got 4 tickets, and we were super close. We were in the 7th row from the front.
Really? You're probably on TV. That'd be
probably
awesome.
not. My shirt was off, rubbing my nips. No.
Oh, okay. But yeah, that's cool. I always wanted to go to an Eagles game. That's for sure. That's probably on my bucket list of things I want to go to.
Guys,
Why
let's
not?
go to an Eagles game.
Phillies.
Go to an Eagles game.
Well, don't get me. I'm not gonna stay
no.
in Philly. Trust me.
I'm just saying, driving to the game, driving out of the game.
Yeah, it's really
it's
bad.
so bad because sometimes they have the Sixers playing, or they'll have another because all the stadiums
Another
are
Philly
boom.
team. Yeah, they're all together.
Or they have a concert. It's the end of the world.
Yeah, it's really bad. I heard. Yeah, but I always wanted to go to that. But yeah, just crazy. It sounds like we've all had a busy weekend. A couple other little things before we get into ghost stories is that there was you guys watched Extraction, right, with Chris Hemsworth?
Yes.
The second trailer came out the other day, and it looks amazing. It looks. It's going to be.
They released the first one.
Extraction 2, and it's going to be really cool. And the literally the trailer was a one shot of. And at one point, Chris Hemsworth, his arm is on fire, and he's punching somebody. It's so fucking cool. It's just, I love that. I like it more than John Boy for sure. What's that?
Was the little
I don't
Indian
think he's
boy
in this
back?
one. I think it's like a different mission, probably. Speaking of, well, I guess he's not Indian, but there was also a trailer for Blue Beetle, which is a DC hero.
Not
it was just very, it's very meh. it seemed very meh. Like I'll watch it when it's on HBO
DC
Max.
has been on the biggest shit streak on the fucking
Just
planet.
DC or
Well,
both DC and Marvel?
Well, yeah,
DC,
definitely. But
mostly
what they're
DC.
doing, DC, what they're doing is they're just dumping all of their old movies from the previous regime. They're literally just releasing them all this year and being like, "Oh,
You know what I'm fucking
we're
pissed off
excited
about? The
for 'em."
Flash, the fucking Flash.
Played by good guy Ezra Miller. Or sorry,
Yeah, good guy,
Ezra
good
Miller.
guy. Oh yeah, good day them Ezra Miller, who is a
They, them.
pedophile child molester. Yeah, that guy.
He's a good
Kidnapper,
guy.
Yes,
He's a
good
great
guy.
guy. He just
Your
kidnaps
guy-
and molests
them.
children.
He's a good
He
them.
grooms children.
guys don't?
He's great.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, Blue
Oh,
Beetle.
or
not
they're
really
great.
looking
They're
to
great.
say.
Sorry, don't cancel me.
Hold on,
please.
the FBI's knocking on my door. I'll be back.
Yeah. I don't know. Have either of you guys watched Lost?
Yeah.
You watched Lost? Did you watch all of it?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I finished that show because I watched it for the first time.
I don't
last
understand
month.
the ending.
Yeah, ending's kind of confusing, but I mean,
Did you watch it
wasn't as
because of
bad as I
Ghost
thought it
Stories?
was. No.
Okay.
But well, rewatching it,
I
was like,
watched-
aha, I know that.
I watched Lost because when I was younger, I watched a Minecraft YouTube series about that mimicked Lost. So I was like, I want to see the real show.
That kind of sounds cool. That kind of sounds cool. I liked it for the first 4 seasons, and season 5 and 6 were like kind of confusing, and then the ending. One good thing. Well, I don't know. It depends on what
Would
you
you
guys-
recommend it to watch?
What, Lost?
It's okay.
Yeah, it's 6 seasons.
It's watchable.
But it's watchable, definitely. Especially like because like at the end of each episode, you're like, oh fuck, I need to know what happens next because like there'll be like a twist or something that happens, and then it's really good.
Stupid ass fog monster.
Yeah, I thought he was really cool actually, but one sort of other thing that kind of bums. I mean, it is another dead franchise. Star Wars had their celebration this weekend in Europe. And they released, so there's apparently 3 new Star Wars movies coming out.
Oh God.
So you're gonna have one about the dawn of the Jedi.
Oh.
Then you're gonna have one that has something to do with that's going to tie the Ahsoka, Mandalorian, and Boba Fett stories together. A literal movie. Fantastic. And then there's going to be another Rey movie, Forming a New Republic. It's just like just let it go.
Wait a minute.
Like,
Wait, we
it's
gotta
just-
put the stop sign up. I thought, oh God, I thought what was the Republic was formed, and the new Empire or whatever, the new order was something that the new Empire Republic didn't think was an issue. Wasn't that what they said? Remember that? Because that's what they were like. Oh, nobody's coming because they didn't think it was a. That's why nobody was coming because they didn't think it was an issue. The New Republic.
They didn't know that the final order was a thing, and then
Yeah, it was
the
like-
final order, the first order.
It's like now they're like, oh, now they're gonna form the new. No, wait a minute. You can't go back on what you said. Oh,
I don't know.
God.
It's so the only thing I'm looking forward to is Star Wars Visions in May. That's it. Because like it's at least made by other studios besides Disney. Like that's
My
the only reason why I'm
sister
looking forward
today.
to
My sister and Luke, they were like, "Oh, we're watching Mandalorian. You gonna watch it?" I'm like, "No." They're like, "Did you watch Endor?" And I'm like,
Are they
"No."
excited for it?
They
Like,
like
they
it.
like it? Oh, there's nothing
Yeah,
happening.
Luke was like, "It's really good." I'm like, "I'm not gonna take your word for that."
Dude, there's nothing happening in
I don't
that
know,
show.
I'm
It's
just-
so clear. Like it's just
All right, now
Star Wars did-
if you
they
came
all
to
had-
me, if you came to me before all Disney, like before any of it, and you're like, "Yeah, they're gonna release a new movie about the dawn of the Jedi," I'd be fucking hyped right now.
yeah.
But I'm not.
They
I'm not hyped.
decanonized the old Republic, and now it's just like, well, now you guys. That would have been a great place to
Yeah,
do
no,
movies, and now they
yep.
can't do it anymore because they're just like, oh, we're going to create something.
Well, I
called
mean,
the
they just
High
go back on
Republic.
their word, so who really cares,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
exactly.
They also released a trailer for Ahsoka, and I will admit it kind of looked interesting. But I like I do with like most shows, I'll give it 1 episode or 2, and then if it's not good, I'm gonna dip out.
Well,
'Cause,
This is what I'm thinking. If you go back and you look at, either the originals or the prequels, look at, I don't know what the race of Ahsoka is, but look at the Jedi Council. One of Ahsoka's races in there, and she's got the long thing.
Shock T. Yes.
Dude, fucking, and then you just look at Ahsoka now, like, as she's an adult, and she's supposed to be, like, that same species. It's like, you got so fucking lazy.
Played by Rosario
Or the
Dawson.
Inquisitor. Remember where General Kenobi
my
fought
gosh.
Grievous? He looks
Yeah.
nothing like him. It's like you guys got so fucking lazy. It hurts my brain. But I'm not
Yeah.
gonna say no more. This is
Yeah,
an anime
but-
podcast.
Star
this is
Wars,
a
Marvel,
casual
DC.
anime guys here.
You know, but one more thing that is related to anime, then we'll actually get to it. There are timestamps for this, so if you want to skip all the non-anime stuff, you can do that.
That's
But one
really
more
nice.
thing-
I'm gonna say that real quick when you put those timestamps in.
Yeah, I definitely like more of that. Sorry about that. That was my phone. Anyway, one thing is that in October, Rising Shield Hero Season 3 has been announced. So that will be, can they redeem themselves? Question
No.
mark. Okay. We can't wait for catch up month when we go through Season 2. I want to see what happens. Because you guys really do not like Season 2, and I need to see what happens.
Soon
Yeah,
will
that'll
learn
be
my
interesting.
pain.
Also, well, we're also getting Goblin Slayer soon too, so that'll be good.
Oh, another Goblin Slayer. I
Jujutsu
don't know,
Kaisen
that last
Season
movie wasn't
2.
the best.
Demon Slayer Season 3. You know, a lot of good anime coming out this year. Anyway, speaking of good anime, Ghost Stories. This was Noah's pick, and there's gonna be spoilers, but please, for the love of God, go watch this series. Come back and watch this video. Welcome back. But essentially, we're talking about Ghost Stories today, which is the original Ghost Stories anime in Japan. Was just basically a bunch of kids' ghost stories turned into based off a book, I think, or something like that. Turned into an anime where these kids have to stop a ghost every new week and stuff like that. And then America got it, and they were supposed to dub it, and they're like, oh, this is really fucking boring. So how about this, voice actors? First one who comes in, you can ad lib whatever the fuck you want and go ham with it.
So I looked it up.
Yeah.
And I didn't know, so I didn't know what I was getting into. I know you guys were like, oh, it's so good, it's so funny. I'm like, okay, it's a comedy anime. I'm looking at it, I'm like, this doesn't seem like what a comedy anime would be. But as they're talking, I'm like, that does not look like what is going on. So I looked it up. I'm like, what is going on? Is like the sub same as the dubbed? And they were like, so basically what the producer said, he pulled them all together. He's like, all right, guys, you can say whatever the hell you want, just as long as the story stays somewhat the same. And everybody's names are the same.
Yeah.
Do whatever the fuck you want, dude. This is like golden era of like YouTube. That's what it reminded me of.
YouTube poop.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, a bridge. This is like
That's what
like,
it felt like, the abridged version.
Yeah, it's such a time capsule too, and it's just like I love like. So here's the thing for me. I discovered this series through just a video clip on YouTube where it was the clip of who was it? It was the clip of it was Ketchero, the kid, looking up at the cat and be like, "Hey, thanks a lot, man." And he's like, "What?" He's like, I guess she's right. You are retarded,
dude.
That was the first clip I saw.
Oh my god!
And I was like, "Oh, that's a funny dub. I wonder who worked on it."
No,
And it
you
turned
know
out
what's
it was
funny?
the actual show, and I was like, "Okay, I gotta watch this show now." Then I watched it, and I loved it. And then
No,
my
you
second
know
time
what
watching it,
scene
still
I've
love it.
actually seen? I saw the bunny episode first. I didn't even know it's from this anime, dude. It sounds like fucking Seth Rogen. Touch me.
Touch me
Touch me
harder.
harder.
Yeah.
Oh my
This
god.
show was so fucking good. Whoever decided just to say fuck it and give these voice actors whatever they want needs a
Dude.
fucking raise. That's what you need.
The racism, the fucking Christianity jokes, and the
Yeah.
Jew jokes. Oh my
Dude,
god.
it's so good. It's so refreshing based on today. Because today, what was the last like comedy that you enjoyed? Like a new comedy that came out of Hollywood, or like something like genuinely funny. You know, like I can't think of one. It's
No.
all the comedies that I own are like 1990s, 2000s. You know, Dumb and Dumber, White Chicks, Wild Hogs. Like actual like funny shows. And like people are gonna be like, oh, so just because something's offensive, it means it's funny. It's like no, but it's being able to laugh at yourself. And
Mhm.
like no one in this show is saying that it's the same thing with It's Always Sunny. None of these actors are saying that what these characters are doing is good. It's just funny. It's funny to laugh at stupid shit like that. Like I've always been like that my entire life. Brandon, you went to school with me. I made
Yeah.
racist jokes all the time. I got in trouble once for making a racist joke about myself. Like it's just
that
that's
was
how.
so. I remember that. Oh man.
Yeah, that was really good. And I love this show so much. The fact that you can clearly tell it's before all of that bull crap, and they go off. They say all this shit, and it's great.
Dude, the little brother is so funny. Ketchero. Oh my,
Doesn't
dude,
talk
that
at
cat one that you're talking about. She comes up. Where's Kai? Oh my God, you're retarded. God, I hope you're adopted.
Oh my gosh! Dude.
And
Like,
then
all
the part you said about where he walks up to the cat and the cat's like, God, your sister is right. You're retarded.
yeah, I love, and also all the characters are just so fun. I love this group of characters that they created based off of the original work. It's just they're all so fun, and they all have their own weird thing. So
the premiere episode where you meet all the characters for the first time, when you meet who's the purple haired girl?
Momoko.
Momoko. They're walking.
Have you accepted Jesus Christ as your personal savior?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
She's
So
great.
good.
I love her throughout the entire. She's so great. Like he's talking to like the what's his name? The kid with glasses, Leo. He's like, "Oh, a seamstress. I hope you're not a homosexual."
Dude, the episode where they went to the hospital, right? And it was when she was in rehab. She's like, "Oh yeah, I met your mom in rehab." And she was like, "Oh yeah, I went through a lot of drugs, a lot of dick. I was a real slut."
Yeah, I was a total slut. Anyway, yeah.
That's fun.
Oh, dude.
Oh, it's so funny. It's just like I love. It's like you said, no, like whoever told them to do this, like they clearly watched the original and they're like, dude, this is so goddamn boring. I need to find a way to make it interesting. And like the fact that it's on Crunchyroll is just that's
How
even
the hell
better.
did they get the funding to even do the dub? That's what I want to know.
They probably got like I don't know. They probably got like paid by the whatever studio was in charge of dubbing it, and they probably just gave them the money and being like, do whatever you want, just make it profitable, I guess. And I mean, it's such a good, it's such an easy watch too. Like this is a show that you could like, if you're sick, you can just turn on and just have a fun time watching it.
The
It's
amount
just
of
so great.
times I'd be watching this and I'd get home from work and I'd turn it on and I'll be watching, little girl while Amanda made dinner.
Mhm.
And I'd be watching it. I'd be giggling or whatever, and then something would happen on the show, and Amanda would be in the kitchen, and she'd stop, turn around, she's like, "What did they just say?" I'm like, "Come in and
that's
watch."
great.
Because what was it? The bunny episode where the teacher comes out with all the baby bunnies, and like, where did they come from? He's like, "Oh, I guess this is as good as time as ever." Well, when a daddy bunny has a penis and a mommy bunny has a vagina.
That
Dude,
episode,
it was so fun. I see Amanda just go,
Oh,
no, I think you referenced it like 2 weeks ago, where it's just like we can't be together.
anymore. Not because you're a bunny, but because you're black.
You know how funny that is now that I rewatched that and I watched that episode and then I watched that podcast. I'm like, dude, that is
Oh, it's so good. It's just like I love
the one-liners, man.
There's so many good
That's
one-liners in
fucking
this.
hilarious.
It's just I think, and like what's great too is like you have the intro and the outro that feel completely different. But the
Dude,
intro
I
is
know.
actually kind of nice. I like the intro. It's pretty catchy. Classic. Yeah. I have lines written down here that I thought were the funniest things. Like, I mean, I think it was Leo or no, it was Hajime talking about Satsuki, and she's like, dude, she's undersexed. And then Leo's like, she's in elementary school. Of course she's undersexed. Oh, and dude, this is one of the reasons why like the comedy is universal with this one line that happened. Where do you remember the one episode where it just pans to that stone statue in the library? And he's like, "Do you have any books written by black people?" Yeah. It never comes back. It never comes back. It's just so good. Oh, that was dude, I almost fell out of bed with that. That was such a good one. Man, that was so good. Yeah, and just look again. I'm black and I don't care about the racist black joke. I think they're funny. I mean, like seriously, like it's a bunch of white people offended by it. Like, holy crap!
The freaking episode where they're in that snow resort, and I don't know why they're really driving in the Jew jokes on that one. He's like, I hear sometimes they hide money in their rooms. He's going through like the pictures and everything. Oh, man.
Oh, that was so good.
And the
yeah.
freaking hotel owner comes in. She's like, "Oh, I've seen your kind before."
Oh yeah, dude. I will say the voice acting in this is so good. Like like whoever does Leo's voice, he's so good doing that high pitched whiny voice. Ketchiro's great. I think my favorite performance is the cat, Amano Jocko.
Oh my
I don't know
gosh,
why.
yes.
Like, if I had an improvement, I wish that he was in the series more, because every time he showed up, I laughed when he said something. It was so great.
It's a ghost and a bitch. Whoever told you to do that spell is a ghost or a bitch. And like pans over like a few seconds and is like, run! It's a ghost and a bitch.
Oh my god, that fucking scene.
Amano Jocko was great. I loved him in this series. What was another one? It was the one Ketchiro was. There was that one where Ketchiro was training for the race or whatever, and Hajime's like, "Think of a big black man chasing you!"
And he falls over. Oh, at least he's not racist. I'm sorry, this shit was so funny.
Oh,
dude,
man.
It's so good. It's so fucking good. I just like, and you know what's great about the voice actor? One of the voice the girl who plays Momoko, that's Bulma from Dragon Ball Super, and that's Tanya from Saga of Tanya the Evil. Imagine if Twitter got a hold of this show, she would be canceled like that. She says a lot of messed up things in this.
Bro, do you remember
really
when it's the episode about the hospital and the main chick having flashbacks when her mom dies, and you see all the nurses running the room, and the dad's like, "You only get once in a lifetime opportunity." Runs in, "Okay, who's first?"
Oh, that was so good.
And then what did Momoko say? It was like, wow, I don't know. It said something about that. Oh, it was so funny.
Well, there's another one like that where Ketchiro was really mad at the one female teacher for not inviting Satsuki to have sex with the teacher. He's like, "My sister's gonna die because you want to invite her to have sex with Mr." Oh, that was so good. Let's see. There's another Amano Jocko. He said it was that episode with the mirror where like they got trapped in the mirror.
Oh yeah.
He's like, "If you break that mirror, your little brother will go to the little retarded school in the sky."
Oh man.
And there's another line where it was Satsuki talking about Hajime and Leo. It was like they were like eye-oogling some girl, and he's like, "Why don't you three get a room?" And then Hajime's like, "Eh, yeah."
Dude, I love that when Hajime would be like, "Strict pose."
Oh yeah, just like, leave me alone. I'm doing my standard anime arms up pose.
Yeah.
I love the fourth ball breaking. That was so great too. Like that.
Yeah. Dude, that last episode. Oh, this is the last episode. Got to get all the drama in, or got to get all the tear jerkers or something. Whatever they said.
Cameos and stuff. Yeah. Like he jumps up on the kid's hands and he's like, "Hey, I'm starting to like you. This must be the final and touching episode." And how it ends is so great because like I guess he ends up going into the tree or whatever, and he's like, "I'd like to thank my agent for giving me such a gay-friendly script," and then it just cuts him off immediately.
Well, that's like when he got beat up by the last their ghost. He's like, "Oh," he's like, "This script doesn't make sense. Oh well, it's what I'm getting paid to do."
Yeah, this doesn't make sense for my character at all. Oh well. I think it was the episode with the doll where Ketchiro, I think, found it in like the alley or whatever, and Sasuke wouldn't let him have the doll. He's like, "Look, I am not going to have a retarded gay brother."
Oh man. He walks in the room with his dad holding. Remember, he wakes up and his dad's holding the doll down by his junk. He's like, "Ow!
You're
That was the trash!"
Like,
oh my goodness, it's so good. Like honestly, like we probably aren't even going to touch all the awesome scenes in this show.
There's so many like jokes and stuff, and like it's just refreshing too. Like it's completely different from anything I think we've watched. Like we've watched comedy animes, but like it's completely different from what we've watched.
All the comedy animes are the same thing. It's either what's it called? A harem. He's completely
tomboy,
strong.
You know?
Yeah, it's okay. Okay, shut the fuck up.
No,
all right,
I'm just kidding.
Tomo-chan is a tomboy. Is actually pretty funny. Okay. Yeah.
All right.
You can take that to bed tonight.
I was just trying to help. Anyway. Yeah. One last line I had, and it was the episode with the girl who died in the lake, right? And I think Hajime was saying, and she would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for us meddling kids and our retarded little sidekick Ketchiro. I've been waiting 5 volumes for that joke.
Oh man,
Man, it's
I
such a
like the
good
last
show.
episode, or was it the second to last one? Oh, it might have been the headless biker, where he's like, "All right, you two go down that alley, and I'll go to this." And he's like Murdoch. He basically was taking a scene from the A-Team.
Mhm.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, I will say this show, the jokes, you can tell the show's a bit dated because they have so many Christian Slater jokes. Because I didn't know who that was before watching this series. I was like, who is this guy they keep talking about? Like, I think the only thing I've seen him in is like Zoolander, I think.
I think
But,
the funniest episodes for me had to be the bunny one and the tunnel. That tunnel one in the beginning with the construction workers. Oh my god. Wow, what a dark, creepy cave. Yeah, kind of reminds me of your sister.
Oh,
Jackass. They're in the van and they're driving, and the guy's like, "Oh, don't look now, but somebody's on my ass." And the guy in the back's like a Mexican in an accent. "Hey, man, how about you slam on the brakes, let him hit us?" He's like, "I probably would. It'd probably be one of your cousins, and I don't have insurance."
yeah, that's the thing about this is like, I just like I feel like I can remember each episode pretty well because they're all like different. Like I like the Freak of the Week feel it has because it kind of reminds me of Supernatural a little bit in that way. I'll say this though. This was animated by Pierrot Studios, Pierrot. They worked on Yu Yu Hakusho, Tokyo Mew Mew. Look up pictures of that if you want to have a fun time.
All right, I'm doing it
Bleach
right now.
and the Naruto series, and they also worked on Tokyo Ghoul too, I think. So this is a studio that's been around for a long time, and obviously the animation's a bit dated, but I mean it still is pretty solid for the time. So
I kind of like the old school animation though.
yeah, definitely. Like I could tell that this is the same studio that made Naruto because I was looking at, I was like, oh yeah, I could tell that.
What the fuck am I looking at?
Yeah, Tokyo Mew Mew, yeah, it's a very weird show. I think it was
I
on
could fuck
Toonami.
that.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, some of my favorite episodes in terms of they're actually like I don't know if this was originally a kids show in Japan, but there's a lot of dark stuff that happens in this. Like a lot of dark stuff. I'm pretty sure like at one point like you had the what was the episode with the girl at the train or whatever, the train tracks. She got hit by like that taxi driver, and then at the end they both disappear, like the car disappears and stuff like that. That was a pretty dark ending.
I was gonna say, if you didn't have the comedy in this, it was kind of terrifying if you were a kid.
Yeah, if this was a kid show, I mean, I think these are all supposed to be based off like kids' folk tales or something. I think it's something like that, like or school ghost stories. I think is what.
Well,
it's
yeah, you got the
originally translated to
human face dog or
oh
dog
yeah,
with
yeah,
human
yeah.
face. That's what the
Mob
fuck?
Psycho. That was
Yeah.
a Mob Psycho. I think. There's the that ghost that attacks kids at their homes when they're alone. Like, dude, if I saw that as a kid, I would have been freaked out because I was left alone a lot, and like they would like mimic their parents by knocking on the door and stuff.
Dude,
That's pretty creepy.
Fucking Leo was on the computer like or horrorsforjews.com or something like that. Oh wow, she's eager. Oh wow, she's really eager.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Nah, bro.
I think I'll say one other episode that I really enjoyed just because of the creepiness factor was the Beethoven for Release episode with the piano.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. Like just like taking out all the comedy and stuff like that. Like I thought that was a really creepy episode. Like so that was really good. But yeah, just a really good.
They made a lot of references like, oh man, we're totally not ripping off The Ring. And they said that so many times.
We've done The Ring like 4 or 5 times. Because there were a lot of fucking Samara.
What was the one with the or the last episode? Hey man, at least it's oh man, what are we in an Alfred Hitchcock movie? Hey, at least it's not The Ring again.
The Ring. Yeah, exactly. Ah man. Yeah, really good show. So favorite character. I mean, I love all the main characters.
Yeah, they're all good.
Like they're also lovable in their own way, and they're just like I love
even the side characters. The dad being an alcoholic, the teacher. The teacher was pretty funny.
Oh,
Stop it, you two! You guys are giving me more acid reflux than my lunches.
Yeah, some of the ghosts were really good too. Amano Jaka, I just wish he was in it a little bit more because I love his voice actor for that cat. That voice coming out of that cat was so good, and like whenever he did his little like that was really great. I love that. Any other characters that you guys liked, or any like episodes or jokes that you particularly liked?
I said most of mine. The bunny in the tunnel and You know what's funny? The one that kind of stands out to me was remember the apartment building?
Mm-hmm.
They're up on the roof, and the guy
Projects.
acts as the doll. I don't know, the guard of the construction site. He tackles the girl to push her out of the way, and she's like, "Watch it." He's like, "I told you, I was lonely and horny."
Oh my gosh. See, that's the thing is like you're not gonna get like this is such a unique show because it's an official dub. This isn't like a fan dub, it's an official dub. And it's just like it's so great. And it's such a you can't get anything you can't get comedy like this anymore. Like shows like In-Betweeners, that was a great show, great British show that uses like retarded and like a bunch of other words and stuff like that. It's
Even
just
that episode with that guard or whatever, when they first meet him on the steps, he's like, "I'm gonna save your little retarded brother." She's like, "I'll stay with you." He's like, "No, no, 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 I wouldn't get too close. I'm lonely and horny." No, no, no. He opens the door to go inside. He's like, "You could always change your mind, though."
What about you, Noah? Anything in particular that you liked? What
I've
was
already
like
said
your
my
favorite
scene.
thing?
I've already said my favorite scene several times.
The rabbit thing.
Just the
Yeah,
fucking
that's
rabbit
really
scene. The whole rabbit episode. Everything to do with the rabbit.
That was so good.
Yeah, that was a really good episode.
Dude,
I'm so glad I
he's
watched
so
this.
funny.
I'm glad you guys made me watch this. This is so good. It's a freaking tunnel scene where he's walking through the fog, and it's like he made another Lost reference there.
Yeah.
He's like, "Come on, just show me the freaking monster." And he goes down to the sign. He's like, "Oh, what the hell? This is all in Japanese." He's like, "Jing jong, jing jong." He's like, "Oh wait, that's Chinese."
Yeah, can't get
Oh
comedy
my
like
God.
that anymore. Anything that you didn't like because you're soulless?
I mean, if this was the original, like if they try to stay true to the subbed, I'd probably have a lot to say.
It probably would have been really boring. It
Yeah.
also would make a lot of those weird scenes between Hajime and Satsuki much more uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Good thing they made jokes and stuff. Yeah, nothing in particular. I just think some of the like you could say maybe some of the jokes are like okay, maybe that would be more relevant back in the mid 2000s when this was dubbed. Like they made a Rachel Ray joke at some point. I'm like, okay, yeah, I kind of know who that
They
is.
dropped
like,
a lot of names, man. They
Rachel
weren't holding
Ray, yeah, Christian Slater. Obviously, they made fun of him a lot.
back. They said
in this series.
DiCaprio a lot, and they said a few people a lot. Especially
they
the
made a-
acting one. With the
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think oh yeah, because like he was started bleeding from his fingers. He's like, wait, I don't have my squibs in. Must be a better method actor than I thought.
play. That's so good.
That was really good. Yeah, yeah, just that. But besides that, I think this is just such a really good and the fact that it's on Crunchyroll is so great. Like when I discovered that, I watched it immediately and I fucking loved it. I honestly like I kind of wish there was more. Like I wish that they just made more and they kept going. Like this is obviously all there was from the original, but like man,
Honestly, it'd be cool to see all these actors go and pull some other under a rock anime that nobody likes and just do it. Just keep the same studio, same actors, just do it all over again, different show.
yeah, I don't think this was Funimation. I think it was like ADV Films or something. I don't know what it was, but yeah, really glad that they made that move. Replay value. I think this is one of those things where it's very easy to rewatch. I think it's
You know
just
what I
so
wanna do
funny.
the next time I rewatch it,
What's
I
that?
want to get a few of the guys over and just get drunk and watch it.
That would be the way to do it. It's definitely great. And by the way, I'm getting this on Blu-ray because seriously, like when Twitter discovers this show, they are going to they're going to be tweeting at Crunchyroll, take down this offensive show right
Yep.
now. I'm offended as a retarded black gay Jew or something like that. Like it's like they do with every I mean it's like with that this is a pet peeve of mine. It's Always Sunny on Hulu. They do not have all the episodes. They got rid of all the episodes that have blackface in it, and it's very annoying. And like again, it's like I said at the beginning, it's because the characters are bad. They are not saying that this is a good thing. This is just these are bad characters doing bad things. It's the same thing with this show, But
Mhm.
I don't want to take the chance. So whenever I get a chance I'm getting Ghost Stories on Blu-ray. The
Man, I
dub,
really
and,
wish I could watch Drifters again. That was a good anime, and they took down. I don't know why. They said it's too violent or bloody, so they made it like you can't watch
they
it
have
in the
Chainsaw
US.
Man on there. What are you
Dude, I
talking
don't-
about?
I don't-
Too
I don't
violent, too
know.
bloody.
I don't know. Too graphic, I guess, is what they said.
There's really a super giant tit monster in Chainsaw Man, yet they can't have drifters on there. Like, I don't think so.
I don't know. No, have you ever watched Drifters?
Yes.
That's so good.
It was very, very good. It was pretty good.
It was
Tokyo Drifters?
No.
No. Tokyo
Man,
Revengers. That's
fuck
the
up.
thing.
I'm kidding.
Yeah. So rating, final thoughts. Brandon, what do you give Ghost
I'm
Stories?
gonna give it a nice solid A+.
Really? Wow.
It was that good. I really enjoyed
That's great.
just because the
Man.
comedy aspect was so fucking good. It's like you said.
Yeah.
What was the last count? What can you compare this to another comedy anime?
I mean, I'm looking at my collection. I can't. I mean, Shrek 2. No, I don't know. I mean, that's funnier than most of this crap that comes out now. I mean, yeah, I can only think of like Dumb and Dumber is really good. I like.
No, don't you fucking dare.
Dumb and Dumber's good. White Chicks, Wild Hogs.
Oh,
There was a
White
movie-
Chicks.
White Chicks is great. It's the best movie of all time. Hold on, let me check to see if I actually.
How'd you
do
know I
have
love this
anything.
shit?
All right. Well, while he's doing that, Noah, what do you rate it?
I give it like a B plus.
Okay. All right. I can see that.
I don't know. In terms of quality, it's ass. But in terms of comedy, it's great.
Well, that's kind of what I just
Whoa,
rated.
whoa,
The comedies.
quality. I think the animation is fine.
You got a few good panty shots. What the hell?
Oh, I mean the story.
Oh,
Yeah.
the story.
So many
Actually,
times.
Well, I think the story fits well for this. Like, I think. It
No, I
makes
mean
it better.
if you like watched it in sub before,
Oh,
you know
yeah,
the story's
it'd be-
ass.
Yeah. it'd
Should
probably
we
be
should we
very
do a
boring.
subbed
Straight hot
review?
dick.
No.
But because it was dubbed, and this shit's fucking hilarious on how they did it. You know.
Like the doll one didn't make sense. The headless biker didn't make sense. So many of them didn't make sense.
No, this
Oh yeah,
series-
they actually
no, this
they
whole
pointed out
series
in that
flopped.
biker episode that didn't make sense.
At the
didn't
end,
make
they're just
sense.
like, "What the hell?"
Like, I
Yeah,
don't know. I think we're
this
giving
whole
up-
series flopped in Japan. Like that's why they just gave it to whoever because they didn't give a shit.
I don't know, I'm kind of glad it did because I mean,
Exactly.
No, I kind of wish it was successful in Japan, then a little bit more, and then it dipped because then we could have got more episodes of Ghost Stories dubbed. 'Cause I genuinely like look if you could tell me that they would like recreate this, like they would make a new series, better animation, and they would keep the same, like they would keep the same energy, which I know they wouldn't. I would be in. I would be like, hell yeah, bring all
Well,
these
that's the
characters back. I
problem.
wanna
This
see
is
them all
they
again.
they wouldn't be able to recreate this even if they tried
Yeah, that's the
because
thing,
they
though,
would
that's what sucks.
animate it. They would try to animate it to the comedy, and then it wouldn't fit.
Oh yeah, probably yeah.
It's
I
almost
was
like
just
you
gonna
need to get a bad anime production studio. She'd be like, "Oh, I want you to make this for me," and then just like take it and not tell them like, "All right, we're gonna actually do this to it, but don't let them know."
Can you imagine? Can you imagine if these guys, this like the dubbers, got their hands on Legend of Black Heaven? Could have been amazing.
that?
Maybe that would be one
Should
definitely.
we do it
I'd like-
ourselves?
no, I don't want to ever see it again. I don't even want to touch it again.
I'm
But
gonna rewatch
for me, I would give it a B plus. I'm really glad you loved it, Brandon, because I knew that this is a series that I think you would love and appreciate.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys got me to watch it.
because I think we talk about it all the time how stuff sucks now and nothing's funny and nothing's good anymore because everything's offensive and
You know,
stuff
it's
like
funny.
that,
I feel like I've become an old man. Like I've officially become a dad. Let's put it that way. I got rid of Instagram. I got rid of like a lot of social media apps. I'm just like, I'm so sick of this.
I haven't had Instagram in like 2 years because I was just like, yeah. I have Snapchat still, but I just use it to text.
Yeah, I have
people, I guess.
Snapchat, but it's like that's just for like the group.
I
chats that
can't.
people
Yeah,
want.
I can't do the thing where like I post a picture and like, like I can't do that anymore. Like it's just it feels not genuine. Like if I see something cool, maybe I'll snap it, but like besides that, I don't really give a shit. But yeah.
The reason why I'm
Goes-
not getting rid of Snapchat is I got a lot of nice memories on there. I'm just
Oh yeah, true. But yeah, those were our thoughts on Ghost Stories. Tell us what you guys thought about it. Tell us what offended you the most. Now, yeah, I still can't understand anyone being offended by this show or these types of jokes.
especially
I
a comedy, dude. Like
Yeah.
Even like it's basically stand up comedy. Like don't take
Well,
anything
yeah,
they say seriously.
that's the thing about comedy. It's supposed to piss you like it's supposed to be like, oh, like some comedy's supposed to do that. Like there's black comedies, there's like all types of stuff like that. I mean, like that's why South Park still, I mean, is probably one of the better ones, still going, even though it's like 20 seasons long, because like, I mean, they predicted the freaking what was it? Do you ever watch the episode of South Park with the strong woman or whatever?
Yeah,
and they have that Macho Man guy, I'll be the strongest woman Colorado's ever seen. And it's like they totally predicted what happened at Penn State or something like that. So
Yep.
that's kind of funny. But yeah, those are our thoughts on Ghost Story. So what you guys thought about it, be sure to leave a like, share, favorite, review. If you're listening to this on audio, be sure to leave a review, share, favorite, do all that stuff for the podcast. This has been a casual game discussion. My name's Trent.
Mine's Brandon.
My name's Noah.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Hands on my feet.